Hello YouTube, welcome to the Bahamas. I'm coming at you from Tilloo Key in Abaco, Bahamas, and wanted to do a little video about flashlights. A lot of people ask me about the best flashlights to use for maritime use at night. It gets really dark out here. Tilloo Key is kind of remote, off the beaten path a little bit. A small island in the Bahamas, about 5 miles long, and we do a lot of night running out here. And especially this time of year in the winter, it's late November 2015, and it gets dark early, so there's a lot of running after dark, whether it's picking up the kids from their school in Hopetown, which is 10 miles away. A lot of times they have after school activities that has us out after dark. If we want to go out on the weekends, parties like that, we're always out late. And if we have guests here at Tilloo Pond Resort, that's the resort where we are located. And we run a small operation, but a lot of times we're picking up guests from bars and restaurants late at night, running around. So flashlights are really important out here. And like I said, all the time I get a lot of folks asking me, whether it's friends or guests, what's the best flashlight to use for maritime use. There's a lot of great flashlights out there. This is just the ones that I use in my experience. In the type of running that I do, the marine and island living, the most important thing to me is really is a thrower. Really, I'm more prone to deal with a thrower. Beam distance and peak beam intensity, or the candela, is really the most important aspect to me in the way that I run at night. So I've kind of lined up, some of the main flashlights we use by order of usefulness to me, and kind of how I rank them. I've got them broken down in full size, mid-size, and then the compact lights, and some headlamps and some other various, and dive lights, other various categories. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I use and why. And again, this really doesn't apply to everybody. If you're well inland, sometimes the throw isn't as important as it is to you when you're running at night in a marine environment. So my number one pick, my go-to light, is the Nitecore TM36. Really nice light. They advertise 1,100 meters, and I'd have to say it's probably pretty close to that. I've got it set up in the light version with just the 418-650s, so it's nice and small and compact. It's actually available in this format, which is called the TM36 Lite, or you can get it with the full-size battery, which was the way I originally bought it, which is your battery here, which I've got on my TM15. You can see it says TM15 on this battery, but the batteries are interchangeable. It came with this long battery, which is comparable to 8 18-650s. But because when I run at night, I wear this with the shoulder harness. It's really important to be compact. And this light, it still has the same output, you just lose some run time. So this is really my go-to light when it's super dark out. You can see the one bad thing is the ring here is a little rusty. We run in a heavy salt environment. There's salt water in the air everywhere out here. So that's the one thing I wish they would have made that out of stainless or something, but just a fantastic light. It's really my go-to light right now. And it's a thrower. It's the number one thrower that I own. The number two light that we use quite a bit is the Fenix RC40. Really nice light, really bright. Not as much of a thrower, but it's just so powerful that it's something that if I'm driving at night and it's real dark, I'll have someone sitting up at the bow with this, and we can just light up the ocean for a considerable distance. My third light here is the Fenix TK61, another just fantastic thrower, really compact. If you notice, all three of these big lights, I like to run shoulder straps on them because I'll wear them so they are right at my side. Just a fantastic thrower. Only 1,000 lumens. Both of these lights are fairly low in the lumen category, but it's, again, the peak beam intensity and the beam distance that I'm really looking at. And both of these lights, although they're only 1,000 and lumens for the TK61 and slightly more for the Nitecore. They're really an ideal light for running out here, and that's why those are my top picks. Another really good light, not as much of a thrower, but more general purpose, is the Tiny Monster Nitecore TM16. Just a fantastic light, really compact, throws out a super bright beam. I've got the handle mounted on it from Nitecore. Makes it, really nice. You can use it as a almost like the old lantern style, but you still reach the buttons really nice. An excellent light. That's a newer acquisition. One of my go-to lights for many years has been the TK75. You can see I've got 3 of them here in different configurations. This has been my go-to light for many years, and probably will be heavily used by me for many more years. Again, it's compact, runs 4 18650s, just has a really nice power to size ratio. There is an updated version, a 2014 or 2015 version with higher lumen output. These are all the originals. This one here, you can see another great advantage of the TK75 is you can just keep installing batteries. You can buy the extra cylinders and just keep installing batteries. Sometimes I'll run 3 of these cylinders together, and the advantage of that is it's not any brighter. You just get extended runtime. So when I'm taking my big boat from the Bahamas here back to Florida, I'm doing it at night. I'm making a long run, which can be 10, 12, 14 hours of running, especially if we're going at night. That's a go-to light because I know I'm going to get a lot of run time out of it. It's not gonna burn out on me quickly. I've got a really nice case for it, which I'll show you here in a moment, that I kind of put together with all the essentials. So TK75, you're never going to go wrong with that light. It's just fantastic. So here's a little kit I had made up for the Fenix TK75. That I keep on my boat anytime I'm making a long trip offshore, or if I'm heading from the Abacos to Florida, which is about a 280-mile trip. If I'm heading south across the Atlantic, say to a crossing to Eleuthera or the Exumas, I make sure I always have this on my boat. Pretty much has everything I need to get me through an all-nighter of bad weather on sea, or any type of emergency that could come up when you're taking a boat long distances at night. I've got a TK75 in there, which is charged and ready to go. I keep a second a battery cylinder portion handle that screws on there, like I showed you earlier. Will give you double the run time. Will allow you to run, definitely all night on even some of the brighter settings. I've got a set of 3400 milliamp Nitecore 18650s charged and ready to go. An extra 18650 just in case I'd have a battery failure. I've got the AC wall charger, a DC charger, and everything's all packed up into a Pelican 1200 case, which is waterproof, crush proof. You can take it down under the ocean with you, diving if you had to, the case that is. Pretty much indestructible. Also floats. So if you've got one of these and you do a lot of offshore boating, maybe picking yourself up a Pelican 1200 case might be an idea that would also work for you. Here is the Nitecore TM15. Again, I have the extended battery on it that came off the TMO6. Really great light. Not a real thrower, but it really can light up an area. This is a first line defensive light. If someone's out on your property and you light them up with this, you're going to blind them for several minutes. And I really like it actually with this longer battery on it, because it could really do some damage if you had to utilize it as a weapon. So if I was running on a long trip, I would swap that big battery out for the TM36. But most of the time when I'm just running locally, I like to keep the small battery on it, the 4 18650s. The Tiny Monster TM06, not a thrower, but again, a really nice light for around the yard. You need to light something up. It's real small and compact. A lot of times I'll wear it on a lanyard. If you'll see, I've got a lanyard here. A lot of times I'll connect it on here, and it's just a really convenient light to carry around. The lanyard connects. This is also from Nitecore, I believe. Fits around your belt, and that's why I've got the little ring on here. Another great light. The MH40, this light has really grown on me quite a bit. There's a newer updated version that actually I have on order. Just a fantastic light. It's a pretty decent thrower. I think it goes around 500 meters. So another really good light. I'm excited to get the updated version and see what they can do. A real convenient light. You can just clip it on yourself here. It can fit in the loop on your, if you care, I wear rugged wear pants, and you can fit it right inside of there. So really nice setup. Here we've got the TK70, affectionately known as the Plunger. You know, an older light. It's been around for a while. I've owned this light for many years, but it's still, I mean, it's the light that I keep on the hutch that we use from land if we have to shine out to the water for something. It's still got a good purpose. It's a big light. If your toilet gets clogged, it makes a fantastic plunger. Another oldie but still relevant is the TK41. 8 AA batteries. I run Energizer. They're Energizer lithium batteries in it. It really lasts a long time. Pretty bright light. Again, fairly outdated most of the time now. I keep the hood on it, and we get frequent power outages here, so it makes a nice little light that you can just set on the table and stand it on its tail, and still not worth getting rid of yet. And actually the number one light that I recommend to people when they ask me for marine use is the TK32. This is a fantastic throw. I've actually got one. This is my carry light at night. When it gets dark, this thing gets clipped to my lanyard for running it in a marine environment at night, running a boat at night, running the shoreline at night. The TK32 is just a fantastic thrower in a really small package. As you can see here, I've got 5 of them. When the lights go down, this is the light that I strap on to my lanyard. You know, really bright. All your controls are on your tail cap, so it's convenient that way. Really nice, easy to operate. Just a fantastic light. I mean, and there's so many different ways you can set it up, whether it's on a lanyard. You can set it up with a remote switch for tactical use. Just a fantastic light for tactical use. Just your standard wrist strap. I've even got one attached using a Fenix bicycle mount to a retractable baton. Again, a pretty bright light, pretty deadly weapon. When you retract the baton and you have that light shining out, you're gonna be able to really light up the day with that small light. So that's pretty much the light with most people, unless they're like me and really running a lot at night and doing crossings at night. For most light marine use, the TK32 is really all you need. You can clip it to your side. You can wear it. Another way I like to wear it is in a night eyes side case. Once you've got the light in there, you can wear it on your belt, and it can rotate down, and so you can kind of hands-free operate it. So just a fantastic light for marine use. It throws. They advertise a throw of 400 meters. But I swear to God, sometimes it seems like you can even see beyond that. So it's just, that's my number one recommendation for the average boater that's not doing any really hardcore night riding. Another big advantage about the TK32, besides being a 400 meter thrower, is it also has a built-in red light. As you can see here, just a red light, and that allows you to, if you're in a dark environment and you do not want to lose your night vision, you can just press the tail cap here and give you the red light. And then if you want to hold it, you can just press that button and it'll hold that red light. And you also have blue and green lights, I believe. I pretty much just use the red light, but it's a really nice feature when you don't want to pound your light hard and lose your night vision, but you just need to find something quickly. A really convenient feature.